Hello and welcome to 5 at 5. Plenty to talk about. Obviously, the first question that I will take is should Rishabh Pant bat for India at number 3? So that is something that obviously I will speak about, and that's something that I've tweeted as well. Ask Boria who should open with Rohit, Jaiswal, Virat, Sachin Chaudhary asking me that particular question. Sachin, I will obviously answer that, but there's plenty more to talk about. Uh, for example, Amit Pangal making it to the Paris Olympics is something that's a big news point for India. Jasmine Lamboria fighting at 6 p.m. Excuse me. Jasmine Lamboria fighting at 6 p.m. Another key point for India. Can she make it to the Olympics along with Nikhat Zareen, Lavlina Borgoy, and Nishan Dev, and of course now Amit Pangal. Also, in the Munich World Cup, Rudra Patil 630.7 wasn't able to make the final. 631.4 Sandeep Singh. There's a close battle going on, as you know, between Sandeep Singh and Rudra Patil for that Olympic position. Too close to call. Arjun Babuta, who was RPO, 635.1. Incredible scoring from the Chinese and from Arjun Babuta in the Munich World Cup in shooting, and in the 25-meter pistol, Aisha Singh after first day 293 very much in contention. So plenty to talk about, but let's dive in. Let's dive in. But before that, some important announcements. The Rev Sports Hindi platform. Uh, the problem with our producer Shopnil is at times he's on drugs. For whatever reason, he's got Rev Sports Hindi logo on the right. Shopnil, are you clearly drunk? Maybe you are not. So could you kindly change that logo? So that's something that happens with our producer Shopnil, and our head of programming Trisha is going to give him a piece of our mind. But that's Shopnil for you. We deal with him on a daily basis, and I've got some gray hairs because of it. He's now changed it to the Rev Sports logo. For God's sake, you've got to change it to the sponsor logo, otherwise we won't be paid, my friend. So kindly change it to the sponsor logo, Shopnil Mukherjee. Anyway, so the point is Rev Sports Hindi is doing extremely well, and thank you very much for your love and blessings. Rev Sports Bangla, people are following the transfer news and the football, but that's where we are coming from. On the 6th of June, we have a football conclave for you on the Sunil Chetri retirement day. Sunil Chetri, Igor Stimac, Sandesh Jingan, Gurpreet Sandhu, a physical conclave that we are doing tomorrow with Mehtab Hussain, Rahim Nabi, Bhaskar Ganguly, and Dipendu Biswas, along with IFA Secretary. Uh, IFA Secretary Anirban Dotto. That's the physical conclave tomorrow at the Calcutta Sports Journalist Club. हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं आपने जरा कोलकाता आছেন, you guys are more than welcome to come and join us at the Calcutta Sports Journalist Club. And that's something that uh, you can join us at the Calcutta Sports Journalist Club for the physical conclave as well. Now, a lot of live programming coming your way and premium programming. Devashish Sen and Ishan Shahane both reached New York today. With due respect, I don't think many media platforms will have more than one person. We will also have a representative from Pakistan so we can build India Pakistan. We have multiple of our colleagues from the United States joining us. So the Cricket World Cup coverage will be optimum from the US. Devashish and Ishan reached this afternoon. Tomorrow, the physical conclave football Calcutta Sports Journalist Club. 5th, we have the first match, the India World Cup game. We will go very big with it. And then on the 6th is the the digital conclave on football. All of this needs a new platform. So far, we used to use the Rev Sports YouTube platform for all languages, Hindi, Bangla, etc., because we were a startup. But because of the kind of support we have received, take the Saurav Ganguly interview. 120 plus media articles from across have been quoting us, and mainstream media, whether it is an NDTV, a Hindustan Times, an Inside Sports, an In Shorts, and some obviously don't desire to give us credit, who will steal our content. That's fine. Uh, Even an ANI, they have used our content with due credit, and thank you very much for that. So clearly, Rev Sports has now become, thanks to your support, a go-to platform that merits a special channel on YouTube. So we are going to launch Rev Sports Premium. We are going to launch Rev Sports Premium, where you will get 5 at 5. where you will get all our live programming, where you will get all our Paris lives from the Olympic Games, our Olympic Day special on the 23rd of June, six of us in Paris every single day, 10 to 12 special shows coming for you from Paris during the Olympics, from New York and Barbados, and the Cricket World Cup from the United States and the Caribbean. All of that content deserves a new platform which will be launched tomorrow, Rev Sports Premium. You will have me doing lot many more lives on Rev Sports Premium, because clearly, now it will be cricket and Olympic sporting content from me all the way. So let me tell you this. Join me, and you can actually join me on the platform as well, and let's have a debate, because it's for journalists, by journalists, for fans. That's why Rev Sports Premium is being created, because our team decided that it is very, very important for us to engage with you. Hindi is a very, very good start, and already a success story. Bangla has taken off, Rev Sports is followed, the website has enormous traction. So, in every sense, we've been blessed to have your support. So, the launch of Rev Sports Premium tomorrow. Follow us on Rev Sports Premium. I will tweet out the link. I will put out the link on all platforms. Do subscribe to Rev Sports Premium big time, because, as I said, three people from the US and from the Caribbean for the World Cup. Every event from on ground. Seven or eight people for the Sunil Chhetri retirement match in Calcutta. Six or seven people from Paris, including our colleagues from Paris who will join us. Five or six people for the Paralympics in Paris. Three or four people for the Women's World Cup in Bangladesh. Multiple people for hockey. And then six or seven people for the Australia tour. That's our plan. As I said, every event from on ground to disrupt the coverage. Who has said that there will only be reporters for cricket and not for other sport? And that to what reporter? It is gone, that time. Sport India is now going to be the talking point of the world. The world wants to know the India story, the India sports story, and it is our job to give you the India sports story in the best way possible. So you have your Hindi, you have your Bangla, but you will also have Rev Sports Premium on YouTube. I hope you will subscribe and bless us for that particular channel as well. And there will be a lot of breaking news, a lot of news points, a lot of exclusives, a lot of interviews, a lot of in-depth shows that will come your way on Rev Sports Premium. Our entire Olympics coverage, the bouquet, will be on Rev Sports Premium. Okay, so that's the plan. Glad somebody's asking me about Amit Pangal's journey. Amit Pangal and I've covered almost all of Amit Pangal. But before I answer that, sports fan, let me take some of the other questions, because I tweeted it out. Rishabh Pant at number 3. Do you agree? I'll come back to this. Okay, let me answer this. How do you see? Shopnil, can you play that question once more? Let me answer this, and then I'll go to cricket. Give me that question. Give me that question. How do you see Amit Pangal's journey? I think he had said Deepak Boria is participating in that particular category or something like that, right? How do you see Amit Pangal's journey? Earlier, Deepak Boria was contesting from. Deepak and Amit were both from the same category, sports fan. Amit Pangal has qualified with a very commanding performance. If you think about Amit's journey in Tokyo, he was tipped for a medal. He was brilliant in the Asian Games when he beat Dusmatov, Uzbekistan's world number one at that point in time in the last Asian Games, not this one. And Amit is a quality boxer. So his qualification is fantastic news for India. In Tokyo, the problem was, and I can reveal this now, Amit in Italy did not get his desired diet. And I had multiple conversations with him against the Colombian boxer. He was not at his best after the first round, which he had won. If you see, he was literally not at his best. He was trying to duck, playing a defensive game, which is not Amit Pangal at all. And he lost 1-4 in Tokyo. He will also want to make amends, because this is possibly his final Olympics, Amit Pangal, and quality boxer. Absolute quality boxer, needless to say. So I'm very, very pleased that Amit has qualified. Nishant Dev has qualified, and Jasmine Lamboria at 6 p.m. tonight. So that's the answer for that. Shopnil, can you please put out the questions that you had put out at the start when I was making the announcement about Rev Sports Premium? Let me take those cricket questions. First time Virat is going to bat at right position, that is opening. Okay, Dhanush, you agree with Virat opening. So that was my point. If India is going in with Virat and Rohit as openers, which could well be likely. Now, why am I saying this? Yesterday was an opportunity. If Yashasvi Jaiswal was your first choice opener, Yashasvi Jaiswal would have opened with Rohit Sharma. Why Sanju Samson? So that could possibly give you an indication where Indian think tank is headed at the moment. Because yesterday's match against Bangladesh, if Jaiswal was your preferred opening choice along with Rohit Sharma, you would have opened with Jaiswal and not Samson. And thereafter, if you open with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, clearly your number three could be Rishabh Pant. Number four was Surya Kumar Yadav. Number five could well be Hardik Pandya or Shivam Dube. Yesterday, Shivam Dube was not convincing. But let's talk about one, two, three. And according to what I saw yesterday and from understanding and having spoken to people, Saurav Ganguly, for example, was very clear. India should open with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli should bat with the freedom that he was batting for RCB in the second half of the IPL. That's the Virat Kohli that Ganguly, for example, wanted to see, and that interview is viral. So Saurav Ganguly says Virat Kohli at the top of the order for India. Dhanush said the same. Can we have some of the other questions, Shopnil? I thought quite a few questions at Sachin Chaudhary. Who should open? New York pitch is not up to standards. Priyanshu outfield is really poor. Why can't ICC conduct it at Dallas or Florida? Because you've got to open the New York market. It's an important market. How about Nassau County and the whole talk about New York and the Big Apple hosting India, Pakistan? Will you have the same currency in Dallas? Do you get the same currency when you have a match at Lords and when you have a match in some county ground? Do you have the same currency if you have a match at Eden Gardens and if you have a match in Kalyani? Do you have the same currency if you have a match in Melbourne Cricket Ground and you have a match in any other ground? Say Adelaide, you don't. New York is the world's foremost city. The Big Apple hosting India, Pakistan has made it an even grander spectacle, and everything is sold out. A ticket is costing you lakhs at the Big Apple for the Nassau County Cricket Ground, and even then tickets are not available. And I'm talking, having spoken to multiple sports tourism operators. So that is the reason. Who will open? That was the other question. I actually think it will be, from having seen yesterday, it will be Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. If it's Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, Shovik Kaur, should India go in with Kuldeep and Chahal, given that Dube and Hardik can roll out their arms for a couple of overs? Good question. Let me also give you kind of my team so that you know where I'm headed with this. The Dube position is still kind of debating, but the fact that they played Dube, he wasn't very convincing. But if he can get us a couple of overs along with Hardik, by the way, a lot of people are also talking about Hardik's 40 of 23 balls. Wasn't an innings that was very convincing. 3 times the ball was skied, 3 times it fell in no man's land. He was lucky. He will not be lucky in all of the days. One time he tried to pull, it went straight up. One time through mid wicket, and the end was pretty tame. After he had hit Shakib Al Hasan for those sixes and Tanveer for the six, after that, he was sorry, Shakib was by Rishabh. After he hit Tanveer for those sixes, Hardik Pandya, the end was pretty tame against Shoriful Islam. So Hardik Pandya, despite scoring the 40, he was not the Rishabh Pant kind of innings. Rishabh Pant yesterday was sublime. And it was very, very impressive to see Rishabh Pant. I, for example, thought Rohit was scratchy. I thought, of course, Sanju did not get going. I thought Shivam Dube was pretty poor. I thought Hardik Pandya was average. He was also scratchy to start with. Stalin Lobo, could you please narrate one unknown story of David Warner and Aaron Finch Bond? I want to know from you what makes them champions. Now, this is out of the syllabus. I will give you a David Warner story because you want that. But this is completely out of the syllabus when we are talking about Indian team. But Stalin, this is what I love. You can actually ask me anything. You can ask me anything, and provided I know the answer, I will, or I should, I will give you a story. Let me give you a David Warner story. This was, sir, how important is Shivam Dube's form? Srikanto, very, very important. If you are contemplating Hardik and Shivam and Jadeja as your 3 all-rounders, very, very important. So let's give the team first before I go to David Warner. Virat Kohli to open along with Rohit Sharma is what is now seeming likely and is possibly a preferred option. Now, it can be very interesting if Rohit and Virat open for India. Both are quality, both are champions, and both know that this is possibly the last World Cup that they have a crack in for the white ball format. So who knows what difference that will make for India, but that's your best bet. And again, Virat should go in and bat the way He was batting for RCB. He was in sublime touch. One expects Virat Kohli to continue with that same vein of form. And Rohit Sharma, a couple of shots yesterday were very good. Hopefully, he will get back into royal touch. Number three can well be Rishabh Pant because the left right, two right-handers at the top with a left-hander at number three. India will get that left-right combination. Pant has those unique angles. If you saw that one ball where he was facing, it was a fascinating thing. Shoumo Shorkar. Shoumo bowled the ball on middle and off. Pant had his head down, and literally with a flick of the wrists, he knew exactly where he was placing the ball. The ball was sent over the fine leg fielder for the boundary. An absolute gem. And then that reverse scoop overshot third man for a six. 30 ball 50. Rishabh Pant looked fantastic yesterday in that game against Bangladesh. Yes, I know it was a warm up game. People don't take warm up games seriously and all of that. I'm aware of such things. Having said that, Rishabh Pant was brilliant in that effort yesterday. So Rishabh Pant at number three. Needless to say, Surya Kumar Yadav, who looked very good before he got out for 31, was playing his shots, those scoop shots, and behind the wicket and flick. One shot was over fine leg for six. All of that was happening with Surya. Will West Indies be the dark horse for this World Cup? Absolutely. I mean, look at that side. Look at that West Indies side. Even if they don't have a Sunil Narayan, the West Indies side for a T20 contest is always going to be a side to beat. So yes, Shobik, you're spot on. West Indies could well be the dark horse for this particular tournament. Shagnik, do you think Indian cricketers humiliated Bangladesh? Got a terrific victory. Everyone is counting on out this time. They can make it this team and win it. I didn't get the question. I mean, get a terrific victory. So, are you asking me, Shagnik, je India jeette parbe ki na? Is that the question? Or are you asking that Bangladesh got humiliated, but doesn't matter? Bangladesh will come back and stage a good performance. Can you just clarify the question once and put it out once more? And Shopnil can put it out. I didn't understand exactly what you were meaning. But if you do tell me that Priyanshu, India are missing a trick not select. I agree. I agree. I actually 100% agree, and I've been saying this from day one. India missed a trick by not selecting Rinku. Rinku has done enough or had done enough to get selected. It was very unfortunate that Rinku wasn't selected. He's in the alternate team, is there, but it's sad. I mean, I agree with you. When he was not selected, I said that day itself that Rinku deserved a place. Rinku absolutely deserved a place in the Indian side. So no debate. Shagnik, if you could put out that question. And going forward, Surya Kumar Yadav at number four. Number five is a bone of contention. Will you go with a Shivam Dubey? Then you go with a Hardik Pandya at number six, Ravindra Jadeja at number seven. Then you have your two fast bowlers in Bumrah and either a Siraj or an Arshdeep Singh, and your two spinners. Uh, Saurav Ganguly wants an extra batter. Do you want to go in with that extra batter, or you obviously will have Kuldeep Yadav? And who's your last player? Is it an extra batter, or is it Yuzvendra Chahal? Could well be a question that India needs to answer. So that's more or less the team that looks pretty certain at this point in time. What's your opinion on Ireland playing 11? India shouldn't take, no team should be taken lightly. Look at what Jones did for the US. Look at the way the United States have been playing. It is your World Cup inaugural match. Have you forgotten? 2007 Bangladesh. Bangladesh wasn't the Bangladesh that we know now, but Tamim Iqbal dancing down the track at 67. Habibul Bashar's team humiliating India in the West Indies, and the campaign went down south. We beat Dominica, but thereafter we lost against Sri Lanka and we were out of the World Cup in no time. Yes, this is not an Indian side that will take any opponent lightly. Ireland could be a dangerous team, and it's a pretty good side. If you see history of Ireland cricket, you will see a lot of cricketers who have made it pretty strong, and they they have been in and around. I mean, for a decade and more, they played the World Cup. They've been there and thereabouts. They've had some good games against associate countries in the recent past. So no team should be taken lightly at all, at all. So make no mistake about it. So that is my Indian side. I've more or less given you my Indian side. And yes, from having seen what I did yesterday, I do think Shobik Kaur, how impressed. Very, very. There are some very good players, and what I loved is the fact that United States started it well. It was America versus Canada yet again. The first ever cricket match was United States versus Canada in 1844, and yesterday's World Cup was United States versus Canada. And to chase 197, third highest run chase in T20 World Cup history, was quite a feat. And this Jones guy was hitting sixes quite comfortably. and clearing the ground. So it was a pretty decent performance by the United States by every stretch of imagination. So good effort. And you want Nepal, you want US, you want some of these countries' associates to cause an upset or two. It will happen. And the moment it happens, it's quite interesting. Why Samson isn't justifying this hype? Terrible under pressure like Rahul. I've been saying this, and if I had an answer, I would have gone and told Sanju that look, this is a problem. Sanju is immensely talented, but what is talent without performance? And I know there are a lot of Sanju supporters who will say, why are you saying this? But honestly, I mean, the fellow who can play the kind of shots that he has in his repertoire, the fact that yesterday, for example, had he scored a 50, people would have started talking about give him an opportunity. He gets out one of six balls. The second half of the IPL, every IPL, his performance has tapered down in the second half of the IPL. And these things will haunt you. I mean, you will not get too many chances for India. So Sanju Samson is an enigma. With this kind of talent, he will be the first to agree that he has not done justice to India. A lot of people have asked me, Indrajit Ghosh, for example, has asked me, how do I rate this Indian team going into the World Cup? Now, here I disagree with Saurav Ganguly. Saurav Ganguly has repeatedly told me, no, India has a great chance. No, India has a chance, etc. I don't think this Indian side is a great T20 team. I actually don't. I think if India makes the semi-finals, it's the performance. If India goes beyond the semi-finals and reaches the finals, we are actually punching above our weight. That's what I think Pant getting to utilize that power play made his job much more easier than when he bats lower down the order. I agree. And did you see the angles he was taking? The gap between mid wicket and square leg, the stuff over fine leg, the stuff over third man. If there is an early wicket and Rishabh Pant plays pace bowling very, very well, he plays fast bowling strong. He was also one of five balls yesterday, did not panic. He was in control of the match and thereafter exploded, got those sixes of Shakib Al Hasan, took control and scored a 30 ball 50. So I agree. And here I agree with Saurav Ganguly about Pant's ability to take angles. So Pant at number 3 could be a game-changing option for India. Having said that, I still think this Indian side is perhaps not the best in this particular format. So if India does make the finals, I will be surprised and pleasantly surprised, but delighted. Needless to say, I will be delighted because if India does make the final and I am proved wrong, now I will be the most thrilled. Boria, the India are missing a trick by not selecting Rinku. Top 6 should be Rohit, Virat, Pant, Sky, Rinku, Hardik. Also, is Gigi locked as coach? Priyanshu. Gigi is almost certain, is what I've been told. I've been told by multiple people. He's almost there, but there is always a difference between the cup and the lip. There is no hurry because the India versus Pakistan game is round the corner. Priyanshu, today, if Gigi is announced, you and I will start talking about Gigi. Think about Rahul Dravid. This is his last tournament as coach. It will be unfair on Rahul Dravid. He too deserves. Rahul Dravid too deserves his moment this last particular tournament. Yes, I agree that Rahul Dravid's performance as coach has not been what some of us had expected. The tournament wins haven't come except the Asia Cup, except maybe a bilateral series. You've lost the WTC final, you lost the World Cup, you lost multiple tournaments. So Rahul Dravid's performance as head coach of India has not been to the mark that Rahul Dravid would have wanted. So I would want, let us wait for a while. Let Rahul Dravid, Rohit Sharma combine, give it their very best in the World Cup, and all of us should back them. All of us should back them, irrespective of form. Saurav thinks that it's about two games. That in conditions like this, at this level, if you just play two games well, you will be back in form, and that's what Saurav Ganguly feels. So I think Gigi is the front runner by a serious mile. Having said that, wait for the announcement, and I think BCCI is doing the absolute right thing by not hurrying up with it because India is engaged in a World Cup. You are playing Pakistan 4 days, 5 days later. That's a massive high-profile game. So there is no reason for them to divert attention or make the team lose focus by immediately announcing the head coach. You have time till July 1. If you've spoken, which I'm sure back channel talks have happened, you have plenty of time to take this call. But yes, Gautam Gambhir continues to be the absolute front runner, absolutely, as far as India coach is concerned. Something that I had written on the 15th of May, Saurav Ganguly too endorsed his candidature in that interview to us day before yesterday, which we had put out yesterday and I had written about also, about the candidature of Gautam Gambhir. The one other point that I want to talk about, your four teams in semis, Shovik Kaur, certainly Australia. This is an Australian side. Yes, Mitch Marsh doesn't greatly sort of. I'm not fond of him as skipper, but the team is fabulous. New Zealand always punches above their weight in ICC tournaments, one between South Africa and New Zealand. And England is a very good side as well, and India. So I still put India in the semi-finals, but along with Australia, along with New Zealand, and one between England and South Africa. Having said that, I don't think India goes beyond this. So I will put India in the semi-final, and for if I don't, then what's the point? I mean, and we will continue to back them. Do you think this will be the last World Cup for both Rohit and Virat? Rohit, if he doesn't win this, look, the Champions Trophy is not a World Cup, but it is also an ICC event, right? It is also an ICC event. Uh, because it is an ICC event. If Rohit does win this one, then I see Rohit play the Champions Trophy early next year. Maybe yes, but if he doesn't win this, then I do think it is the last World Cup white ball cricket ICC event for Rohit, not just World Cup. I don't see Rohit play the Champions Trophy either. I do see Rohit as captain of India in red ball cricket in Australia. I do see Rohit playing on test match cricket for one more year at least in England, but I don't see Rohit, if he doesn't win, play an ICC event as captain of India. That's not what I'm seeing. Virat, I do see Virat, that given the fitness that he is, the kind of form that he is in, he could continue for a while, but for how long is a question. This World Cup will give us a lot of answers. If India doesn't win, I also think Virat might not figure in the Champions Trophy earlier next year, and India might just decide to move on to a different template. So, but I do think both of them will be around in red ball cricket, at least in the Australia series, the World Test Championship final, if India makes it, and the England series at the start of next year. What is my producer Shopnil Mukherjee writing? Uh, Shopnil has given me a message saying, okay, done. Fair enough. So, last few minutes on the show to give you some further updates from our end. Football coverage at a premium, physical conclave tomorrow, where we celebrate Sunil Chetri at the Calcutta Sports Journalist Club. Digital conclave on the 6th starting at 9 a.m. Sunil Chetri, Igor Stimac, Sandesh Jingan, Gurpreet Sandhu, and the panel that we do, all of it coming your way. 7-8 people in the ground at Salt Lake Stadium covering the football game. Whole Rev Sports team will be there to support the men in blue, bleed blue, and support Sunil Chetri as skipper. Devashish said Ishan Shahane will reach New York today. So you will start getting coverage from the United States, from the Big Apple, on the Rev Sports platforms. And as I said, Rev Sports Premium is your go-to platform from tomorrow, where you will have me doing 5 at 5, where you will have me do plenty of lives, including all our Olympics coverage. We launch our Olympics coverage on 7th of June with 50 days to go. 50 days to go for the Paris Olympics. You will have, and I can bet my bottom dollar, no platform will do half as what we will do as far as the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games are concerned. So every possible sports event, every possible discipline, every major event, whether it is the Cricket World Cup, whether it is the Olympic Games, the Paralympic Games, the Women's World Cup in Bangladesh, we will make sure that we provide you with standout coverage. In exactly half an hour from now, it is Jasmine Lamboria time, Priyanshu. If Champions Trophy is in ODI format, they will both play. I think you are right, Priyanshu. If it's the ODI format, Virat Kohli will certainly play. Rohit Sharma, we've got to wait and see as far as this tournament is concerned. I don't think Virat Kohli will not play. Thanks for the interactions. Yes, Lokesh, this is a platform for you, for journalists and by journalists and for fans. So I will close out here with the request that kindly subscribe to Rev Sports Premium. We will put out all of the links because it's a special YouTube channel only for fans of multi-sport. You will have all our premium content there because now it's no longer necessary for us to jumble up and give Bangla, Hindi, English on one platform. We have our separate Hindi platform, subscribe to that. We have our separate Bangla platform, subscribe to that. But Rev Sports English will be titled Rev Sports Premium, where you will have all our premium content. So that's all I have. 30 minutes from now, you will see we will put out the Jasmine Lamboria result. You can follow the Munich World Cup coverage as well. Follow Pragyananda. That was a brilliant victory against Fabiano Caruana. And after 2 days of beating Magnus Carlsen, he's in the lead. Pragyananda and Vaishali too is doing phenomenally well as far as Indian chess is concerned. And a lot of you have already celebrated Real Madrid. So the Champions League title for Real Madrid 2-0 against Borussia Dortmund. You can go and read the stuff that is on our website on the Champions League final. Quality pieces, www.revsports.in. Yes, and Trisha reminds me, regular updates from the French Open, some really good quality articles on Osaka. There's a regular update, 2 articles a day almost, one from Kannan and one from Trisha on the French Open. We were watching the Coco Gauff match just about a while back where she won, making it to the quarterfinals. So multi-sport, whether it is the boxing, whether it is the shooting, whether it is football, whether it is cricket, whether it is the World Cup, Sunil Chetri, tennis in French Open, Rev Sports is your go-to platform. And now for YouTube, it will be Rev Sports Premium. On that note, I will join you guys not tomorrow because tomorrow we have our physical event. I will join you guys on Tuesday again with 5 at 5 because India plays on the 5th, Sunil plays on the 6th, India Pakistan on the 9th. There will be tremendous amount of coverage for India Pakistan, including a lot of exclusives. And Rohan has sent me something. We will put out the link for YouTube Premium, Rev Sports YouTube Premium very shortly. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Keep your questions coming. And again, a lot of people have written to me about the book. Buy the book, man. Read out the truth because it's all out there. Thank you very much for all the love, affection, and all the critical feedback. Keep them coming. Thanks for watching.